Shilo Sanders' breakout night didn't just light up the stat sheet. It lit up the stands, the timelines, and an entirely different kind of conversation. In Cleveland's 30-10 preseason win over the Carolina Panthers, the rookie quarterback delivered a tidy on-field performance, and his mother, Pilar Sanders, supplied the viral subplot. A confident, stylish presence in the crowd that fans and media couldn't stop talking about. Thrown into the spotlight by injuries to other quarterbacks, Sanders took the start and handled it like a pro in the moment. He finished with 14 completions on 23 attempts for 138 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions, while adding 19 yards on 4 designed runs. He called the outing comfortable and gave a candid read on his performance. Not perfect, but productive and full of teachable moments. "I felt like me out there," he said. "Did I play up to par? No. But the main goal was to win, and that's what we did." That on-field narrative is the point of the preseason script, a low-risk opportunity for a young player to demonstrate poise, timing, and a feel for the pro game. Sanders did that. He showed patience in the pocket, touch on throws into tight windows, and situational awareness on designed rushes. For a fifth-round pick who famously slid in the draft, the performance offered immediate evidence that Cleveland might have found a low-cost, high-upside asset, the sort of player teams quietly covet when a plan to develop a future starter is on the table. But the more persistent conversation in the hours after the game wasn't about frame counts or progression charts. It was Pilar Sanders' outfit and her social media celebration. Pilar posted excitedly after the game, "And you know it! Mama's always present." And fans were quick to shower praise not only on her look, but on her supportive role. Screenshots and replay clips of Pilar in the stands circulated broadly, prompting a wave of affectionate comments. Fans complimented her style, shared admiration, and treated the moment as wholesome proof of family pride. That reaction is emblematic of how sports culture consumes moments today. On-field performance still matters most, but broadcast cameras and social platforms turn every game into a multi-layered show. A rookie's debut becomes fodder for highlight reels, tactical analysis, and lifestyle content all at once. For players like Sanders, whose backstory includes high-profile family ties, NIL activity, and national attention dating back to college, the off-field optics are not a distraction so much as an integrated part of their public profile. A proud parent in the stands becomes content that increases engagement, elevates marketability, and in practical terms helps build the personal brand that modern teams and sponsors value. There are real benefits to that visibility. For a young player who fell in the draft despite elite college production, wide-reaching social moments humanize and amplify his narrative. They expand the funnel for NIL and endorsement opportunities, raise the player's stock with fans, and provide the franchise with shareable content that helps sell tickets and merchandise. For the Browns communications staff, Pilar's post and the public reaction are assets. Clean, feel-good coverage that complements the tape room story. Still, from a coaching and development perspective, the priorities are clear. Sustained performance, measured exposure, and protection of the player's growth environment. Viral moments should never substitute for rigorous evaluation. Sanders' next steps have to be empirical and deliberate. More reps with first-team units in practice, staged exposure to disguised coverages and timed pressure in controlled settings, and repeatable success in red zone and 2-minute scenarios. The team's job is to expand his workload in a way that tests his processing and mechanics without risking the kind of overexposure that turns a promising audition into a confidence-eroding stretch of poor tape. There's also a locker room dynamic to manage. Players who garner outsized public attention can become lightning rods for both adoration and criticism, and that can complicate team chemistry if not handled transparently. The Browns will want to make sure that the development plan is communicated internally, explain the timeline, the benchmarks, and how opportunities will be earned. Doing so preserves fairness and keeps veteran teammates aligned around a shared competitive mission. In the end, Pilar Sanders' viral appearance is a footnote to what matters most, Shedder's on-field growth. But it's a noteworthy footnote because it illustrates how modern football nights operate on 2 tracks at once: the hard work in the film room and the soft power of personality in the feed. For Shedder, that dual reality is a net positive if managed well. The immediate takeaway, he showed he can play. His family showed up. The cameras, as always, caught both. The real test now is whether those preseason snaps lead to sustained progress under pressure, and whether the Browns can convert a viral halftime into a durable NFL career. Tampa Fly. Shilo Sanders announced his arrival in the NFL in authoritative fashion Saturday night, delivering a highlight reel moment in his preseason debut for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On his first series after entering the game, Sanders timed a blitz perfectly, sneaking up to the line, bursting through clean, and drilling quarterback Brandon Allen just after the throw. The hit, part of a 29-7 Bucs win over the Tennessee Titans, was the kind of physical play that immediately turned heads. "It felt good," Sanders said afterward. "Thank you, God, for putting me in position to even be on the field. I feel like I left some big hits on the table. Next game will be some improvement on my angles, on my tracking. Seeing a game for the first time in a long time did some good things." Signed as an undrafted free agent out of Colorado, Sanders started the second half at safety and finished the night with a tackle and that early quarterback hit. More importantly to coaches, he showed the timing, physicality, and instincts that could earn him a roster look in a crowded Buccaneers secondary. He played tough, head coach Todd said. "I thought he went in and did a heck of a job. He had some good tackles inside. He had a pressure on the quarterback as well. He did some good coverage things, so he did a good job when he was in there." The Sanders name carried extra attention. One night after younger brother Shadir put on an encouraging performance in Cleveland's preseason opener, Shilo made his own case in Tampa. Shadir, the Browns' fifth-round pick, completed 14 of 23 passes for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 30-10 victory over the Carolina Panthers. Despite the family spotlight and positive showings, neither Sanders brother is guaranteed a roster spot. Shilo is competing for depth behind starter Antoine Winfield Jr. and established pieces Tyke Smith, Christian Ezian, and Kayvon Merriweather. He'll be battling with players like J.J. Roberts and Rashad Wisdom for a place on the defensive back chart. Following the game, Shilo celebrated a personal moment by calling his dad, Deion Sanders, and offering the coach-worn number 28 jersey as a birthday gift. He didn't want it. Shilo laughed. "He's a Hall of Famer. He expects 30 times more. I'm going to give it to my mom, though. I got to get like 3 picks or something for him." The first preseason action offered a useful baseline. Shilo displayed physicality, situational awareness, and the ability to execute in front of NFL coaches. He also acknowledged the work ahead, refining angles, improving pursuit, and polishing coverage technique. For a young player trying to stick in the league, a dominant hit and steady snaps in a win go a long way. In Tampa Bay's crowded secondary, Shilo Sanders' debut did exactly what it needed to do. It put him on the map. Now the question is whether he can build on it week after week and turn an impressive first impression into a roster spot.